everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sanjana. In today's video, I wanted to give a final nod to my 2022 planners, and I wanted to do this because most of my videos are from a perspective of setting intentions. When I talk about planners for the upcoming year, I talk about what my intentions are, how I want to use them, what I'm planning to get out of it and all that. Then I thought for this year it'd be nice to come from a perspective of experience. That way you might have some takeaways to this video. And I just also wanted to say a goodbye before I begin the 2023 setup videos. So yeah, here we have, this is the first planner. This is Botanical Story from 2022, Vidya Samir's planner. And I bought this particular one with an intention to use it as a daily journal, and that is because you have these lines. It's a daily planner. Let me show you. This is actually the 2023 version. Everything is the same in here. It's just the illustrations are different, but all the pages and stuff is same. I'm so happy they kept it that way because it really worked out for me. So you have these lines, I think around 8 to 10 lines each day, and it's just enough space if you wanna develop a habit of daily journaling. I used to journal daily, but I just had a regular notebook, and because this was the first time I was buying a lot of planners to do reviews on the channel, I thought it would be interesting to use this particular planner as my journal, and it did end up working out for me. I loved the fact that we just had a limited amount of space. There were days when I felt like, okay, I want to write more. I did feel like that, but the whole point of having limited space is that I don't end up giving reasons to myself saying that, I don't have time to journal today. It was just it would take about a minute, and there were a few days where I did miss. There were sometimes I used to miss it continuously, sometimes here and there. For that, what I would do is, instead of writing, let's say I missed Sunday's journaling, instead of writing about Sunday, what I would do is whatever is going on in my head on Monday, I would just write it down here. Sometimes I would skip that day. I didn't want to catch up. Only if I had a lot of things to write, then I would write, but I would leave it blank. So this, again, I feel like, okay, for the days that I have missed, I'm not punishing myself. It's just one day at a time. Take it as you go. If you miss, you miss. If you don't miss, then that's great. And I really loved this practice, and I'm quite happy to continue it even in 2023. Sometimes I used to do it in the beginning of the day, and sometimes at the end of the day. I do feel like end of the day really works, and I do prefer that because that way you're going to bed with a much clearer mind, when you compare it to the days when you don't journal. So I really like that, and I'm excited. I'm excited to continue this particular planner for 2023 as well. Then the second one I have here is my main planner. You guys are aware why I use the Inkbucket planners, or why I use the main planner. I use this to set my goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, do reflection, and create an overview of the plan for my entire life. And this too worked out for me. There was a period of time where I did not use the planner at all for about, I'd say, like three months, I guess. But other than that, it's worked out. And some days I don't use them. Like I said, any of the planners, the days I don't use them, I just leave it blank. I don't really worry about it. The main reason is I don't want to feel like I'm punishing myself. So that's that. And life happens. Don't force yourself to fill up all the planners. And I got another question asking about what I do with my old planners. Until this point, what I did was I only saved up my Inkbucket planners, or my main planners. I was using the Inkbucket ones as my main planners, and the reason I do save them is because I do my goal setting in here, especially the yearly ones. I really like to look back on them and just see the progress I've made. Sometimes I feel like in a year I wouldn't have achieved something, but if I look for the past 3 years or the past 5 years, I see that whatever goal I had set, let's say in 2020, that I wanted to achieve, I would have achieved that in 2022. So I really like to look back on it and see the progress. It helps me quite a lot. So that's the reason I save it. all the other planners that I've used. I've saved another one, the one that I used when I moved to Canada for my post-graduation, and I just like to have that because it reminds me of that time of my life wherein I just packed up my bags and moved to a country where I did not know anyone. So that's just nice. Other than that, I haven't really saved any of my planners. I just sent it to recycling. That might not be what you want to hear, but that just works. And one of the main reasons why I do that is it allows me to be way more honest in my planners. Let's take this particular like journal. If I had it in my mind that I'm gonna save these planners, like save this journal to look back on it, I wouldn't have been 100% honest in here. I would have thought about, okay, what does my future self want to see here, and that filter would have been there. So I don't want to have that filter. I want to be 100% honest when I use these planners or journals. That's the reason I'm like, okay, if I give it for recycling, then in my mind, I'm like, no one's gonna look at this, so let's just write whatever comes to my mind. So that really works. I have saved a few journals from my previous years though, wherein I was just using notebooks, and what I do with those is I just have it in my stationery collection storage from 2020 onwards. So whatever I've used until 2019, I started journaling about in 2015. So from 2015 till 2019, what I used, I recycled them in 2019. So I've saved them up to a certain point. Then I felt, okay, it's time to let go. So I just let it go. And that's what I'm going to do with the journals I've saved from 2020 as well. Okay, so we're good with the main planner. I'm going to save that. Then I have the Alicia Souza planner. So I actually got this to, I had an intention for my channel at the end of 2021, thinking that, okay, for 2022, I want to bring in, the popular planners in India and do reviews on them. I did not have an intention to use this. I was thinking I would gift it to a friend of mine. But then when I got this, it is just so pretty. I really loved the colors, and I loved the way heart is formed with twos. So I decided to keep this as my food log. This again was a new type of planner that I was using in 2022. Prior to that, I would just use a regular notebook. I would write down the things that I ate and any movements that I chose. Did I do cardio? Did I do yoga stretch practice, things like that. Writing that down really helped me. I'll go into detail about my wellness planner, wellness log thing when I do the wellness setup video. By the way, for 2023, I'm going to be using the Messy Corner planner for it, and I'm super excited. This way, I'll have a change. As well as this planner is very much focused on wellness, all the other pages too, so it's gonna come out really well. I have good expectations from this planner, and I feel it's gonna work out. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed using this. There were a lot of pages which I did not use at all because this planner, I feel, has so many different pages. I did not need them. The ones that I used are the monthly calendars, the daily pages, then the habit tracker page. Other than that, I did not use this planner. Probably once here and there I might have tried different spreads, but consistently I've just used these 3 type of spreads. Okay, then this is another planner that I had an intention to use, but I did not use it. I wanted to work on a project in 2022, and I did not for multiple reasons. I had to move that ahead. So I have this planner just as it is. I haven't used it at all. And now this is an undated planner. So I'm happy that it was an undated planner that I chose. This way I can save it and I can probably use it in the coming years. I decided not to use this for 2023 because they're not selling, this particular brand is not selling this anymore, and I really love this planner. It's amazing. I've done a video on all of these planners last year. I will leave link to that playlist in the description box. You can check it out. I really loved it, and they're not selling these anymore, so I just decided, okay, I want to save it probably 5 years from now or something. If I want to use this, I get to use it. I really love it, so that's the reason I'm just gonna keep it as it is. And I'm happy it was an undated planner that I did not use. Okay, then we have Happy Wagon Planner by Tatiana. This was again a new planner that I incorporated into my routine. This was for work. Previously, what I had done is in 2020, yeah, in 2020, whatever planner I had for my post-graduation, I just used that for my work as well. I clubbed those two areas of my life because I met my employer when I was studying, so through my college, and I just, in my mind, it was just one thing, so I used that, and the planner was quite spacious and it worked out. In 2021, I completed my post-graduation, and what I did was I used a bullet journal for my work, and I created a very similar layout to what I did, what I was using in that planner, and that was nice. But I was just really tired of setting up my plan, like my weekly pages in the bullet journal. It was just really frustrating for me. So when I came across this planner, I'm like, oh my god, this is just perfect, because it was the exact same layout. And I'll show you in my 2023 planner. It was this layout, like Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a couple of lines. The planner that I used was exactly like this, and it, in my mind, this is just going to be perfect for work. And it indeed was. Worked out really well. That's why I chose Tatiana's planner for 2023 as well, because it's going to work out for me. And I'm really sorry that I'm not able to show you what's inside, because for the most part I did not do videos this year in between of me using planners. This way I just allowed myself to write anything. Sometimes I do like to put a filter on where I'm mindful about what I'm showing on camera or not. I don't know who's looking at these videos, so I just don't want to put things out on the internet that I don't want to share. I actually don't really mind you guys looking at it. There are a few people who I know in my personal life who watches my videos, so I'm just a bit mindful about not sharing things that I don't want to share. So that's the reason. I'm really sorry about that. This one, it worked out. Like I said, I'm going to be continuing the same for 2023 as well, and I'm really excited about that. Then I have Ink Bucket Undated Planner. Oh my god, this one, there's just so much going on with this planner. So I bought this initially in 2021, alright, to use it for my content. That was the year where I started uploading a lot of videos for like planner related videos, and I really wanted a content planner. And I bought this because, surprise, I did not use it, but I bought this because I wanted the weekly reflection page that I had in the 2021 planner. But after I got this planner, I saw that there's no weekly reflection pages at all. It's so strange that put on the website that there is weekly reflection, but then I got to know from one of you guys saying that they meant this. This is the weekly reflection. And it did not work out for me that year. I also made a video on saying that I'm not liking this planner. I'll leave that also in the description in case you want to check out. Then in 2022, I again attempted to use it as my content planner, and I used it for about 2 months. It was so difficult for me to figure out how this is gonna work out for me. Like it was messing up my planning routine, and I found it way more difficult to use it than if I had not used it. So I started using this particular notebook to plan out my videos, and it did end up working out, so I stuck with that. But I do realize that I need a planner for planning my content. For 2023, I want to structure my schedule a little bit, and I have a lot of goals for my channel, so I need a planner. That the notebook system is not going to work out for me. I've decided to keep this planner aside because it is an undated planner, and I'm really happy that it was an undated planner that I chose. Also, the 2 months that I had used half an app, look at this, I used and it didn't work, so I left that too. So the 2 months wherein I didn't use it properly, I took them off because it's Viro. It was quite easy to take the pages off. And I have about 10 months here. I'm gonna save this planner because they aren't selling it anymore. This again, I really like the monthly illustration pages and all that. I just feel like probably in the future I might use it. Let's see how whether I'm gonna use it or not. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I wanted to say a final goodbye to these planners, and I also don't use the planners at the in the last week of December. This way it allows me to focus on the yearly stuff, like yearly review, thinking about goal setting, vision board for next year and all that. I am doing that this week, and I will share the videos as and when it's possible. I did my 2022 review and it was really great. I feel much better after I've done that review. This way I can clearly think about my goals for the upcoming year. And yeah, I guess that is it for today's video. There are a few more planners that I have added into my routine for 2023. I'll make a separate video on that, like 2023 planner lineup. I will do a video on that probably tomorrow. So yeah guys, that is it for today's video. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you up in my next video. Bye.